Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. Today's battle is on the Ghost Town map, and we've got Tyrannosaurus Rex from 40 win rate. He's platooned with one of his mates. They're both in the T26E5s. It's a US medium tank, although it's sort of a bit of a heavium. Actually, it is a heavy tank, so I'd still call it a heavium, though it's sort of a bit more mobile and a bit less armour. Alright, he's heading to the middle here. He's actually bottom tier because it goes up to tier 9. So I've got an enemy side. Top tier is BADATTANKING TYRANNOSSAURUS and a WZ 111-4. So quite formidable heavy tanks apart from the T54, although it's got a reasonable turret on it. Anyway, it's heading to that favourite spot here, which we've seen before. Checked prototype was there as well, and he took a big hit, which is not surprising. There goes his mate just charging in. Got the T77 there, which is also another tier 8, so it should be fine. Now he's got the APCR rounds loaded as standard. So taking a hit from the TS54, he just snuck around the corner while he was looking the other way. That's alright, see if we can catch him again. There he is. Can he put a shot into him? Hits but doesn't penetrate. So let's have a quick look at the pen of the T26E5. So we've got 240 damage, 230 pen, not fantastic. That's the HE round, and 259 actually. So yeah, so that's the standard round he's firing. So he's got to switch to his premium rounds there. So he's got quite a few less than that, but he's carrying plenty of ammo, so that shouldn't be a problem. Doesn't even pen with that round there, so it just tells you the strength of the upper hole there. But finally another tank comes into view, the AMX M449, and goes through that, but finally he's bouncing the round. So yeah, frontal turret armour on the E5 is not too bad, but just not penetrating the TS there. Switch back to standard rounds, there's no point using your premium rounds, but hopefully he's going to get that T54 away, TS54 I should say. And looks like his platoon mate's lost most of his health. Finally gets a penetration. TS54's got most of his health, but it looks like he's backed off a little bit. Can afford to come around the corner in here and have a go at these higher tier tanks. I've got a tank in the middle there. It's their own WZ 114. That's the premium tier 9. He just wants those tanks to just come further a bit forward so he can shoot into the side of their turrets. That'd be preferable. Progetto 66 doing his best to keep out of the way. That WZ114 also being worked down in terms of hit points to quite little. Just holding his gun up there, just trying to protect his cupolas, but it may not last a whole lot longer. So anyway, bit of a static moment in the game. It's sort of what happens is a bit of a no, you go first sort of thing. So the one, he just wants him to go a bit further forward so he can get the cupola, and the T54E1 player moving backwards and forwards, just trying to keep it very difficult to concentrate on the cupola. Snaps for it, but unfortunately he doesn't hit. And there he's come further round. Unfortunately, because these pillars are non-destructible, you can't fire through them. But you can see someone's already put a round through his cupola. Alright, now he's being pushed on by the Progetto. just put a shot into him and took a hit on his gun instead, so that saved him some of his hit points there. And hopefully this Progetto will come around again and he can put a shot into him. Just raise his gun again to protect his cupola. So very much cat and mouse at the moment. Gets a nice shot into the T26E5, so starting to accumulate some damage. Hasn't put a whole lot on yet, but this is the nature of the pew pew guns. You've just got to keep putting rounds down range, try and get them to connect. It's the only way you're going to get any decent damage totals. And unfortunately you've got to rush your shots here so that you don't stay out too far in the open. Anyway, finally gets the kill. That gets rid of the Progetto 66, and that's a top tier tank, so that'll get him a little bit more EXP for there. Opportunistically puts another shot into the AMX M449. And here we go, just misses the Chrysler GF coming around, luckily gets taken out. Now it looks like a bit of lag in the game here. The movement's getting pretty jerky just at this phase of the game, so we're assuming this is down to lag in the game itself. And it's going to make it very difficult to line up that cupola. This T26E5 player doing a pretty good job there of keeping protected. But that doesn't stop him going through the side of the turret, so which is exactly what he does. So he just needs to keep putting rounds in. And he's using his premium rounds here to ensure that he works this guy down. He's got him down to almost one-shottable there, depending on RNG, but he did take a hit for his benefit there, so the trading working to some extent. But he can't afford to take too many more hits. Snaps towards the TS54, but the BZ-176 takes him out with a big alpha hit. And now this is the last remaining enemy in this particular space, so he gets a low roll there, unfortunately. Leaves him on 26 hit points, but he should be able to finish him off, which he does. But takes a hit in return, so gets the kill. But he's reduced to 230 hit points. That's cleaned up the centre, although there is a T28 prototype there somewhere. Not something he wants to dice with, particularly with this number of hit points. So he comes around the corner here, just looking for any opportunistic targets. There's an enemy T26E5 out there and a Shrek. He's trying to convince the BZ to go and protect his rear from being pushed on by the T28 prototype. We've got a pattern going around. Oh, here we go. Here comes the AMX. Luckily takes the hit on his gun. That could have been fatal. Now he's got to keep the dead tank between him and the AMX, which is ideal. Puts a shot through the cupola, and this AMX really not being clever about it. Takes another hit from TYRANNOSSAURUS, and he gets taken out by the ML2. So the ML2 doing a bit of a job of cleaning up, but from fairly far back, sitting up there with the arty. Alright, now we weren't paying much attention, but it's been a fairly close game so far. They are in the lead by one tank, although they're starting to get their damage differential up. Oh, there's the Shrek. Can he get a shot on him? No, he might be able to. There he's coming down the hill. Yes, in fact he gets the kill. So nice shooting there. There's the enemy T26, and he's running another way. Can he get a shot in? Unfortunately, that doesn't connect. He gets taken out by the pattern. So it's down now just to a Panzer and an SU-14-2 arty. We're getting a bit more lag here, but anyway, Tyrannosaurus deciding to stay in the centre. He's not on the cap, I should say. He's not got a lot of hit points to play with, so no point going out in the open. There's 5 minutes to go in the game. Patton has got good view range. He should be able to compete with the Panzer. And of course, if they can find the arty and remove it, that's a goodness. They found the arty. There goes the arty. Now it's just the Panzer. So ticking down here. 4.5 minutes to go, or actually just nearly 5 minutes to go. But there's 2 and a bit minutes to go on the timer. But this is just about securing the win and either that or drawing the Panzer into the middle. As he is by himself, that ML2 not moving from the back of the map, but he has lost most of his health, so that's perhaps understandable. Patton also very low in health, but that doesn't stop him going around the map. So a minute 40 to go. Halfway through capping, so now we're down to what would be a regular cap if you're in a standard battle. And Tyrannosaurus just covering the possible ways that the Panzer might come in. But no sign of him yet. The Patton has almost gone around the whole map here. Let's see what happens when he gets past the next ship. And Tyrannosaurus getting a bit nervous, I think. Asking the ML2 to come and help. Not that that's going to do any good. Patton's past the next ship there. 22 seconds to go. This actually could end up being capping out here, but are they going to find the Panzer or not? Panzer also is on very low health from what we can see. 12 seconds to go. No, they haven't found him yet. He's doing a good job of hiding. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's capped out. And they didn't find the Panzer at all. He's done the sneak, and that is the win. Let's go and have a look at the details. So a bit of an anticlimactic ending, but it's nice to come away with a win. And he's picked up some nice medals there and the Ace Tanker badge. Let's have a closer look. So 2.7k of damage, 3 kills, but he's blocked 3600 in a tier 9 game. When you're tier 8, you don't expect to do that. So still Wall Award. And is the Invader medal, yeah, for getting more than 80k points. But yeah, couldn't find the Panzer, but yeah, you might as well have done that. All right, so he's finished on top there with 1355 base. That's just right spot on for Ace Tanker at tier 8. The Patton did well as coming around and trying to round up that Panzer. The Panzer, yeah, must have died right at the end. I didn't pick that up, but look, there he is. Anyway, but he got nearly 3k, so yeah, good play there in that sense. All right, so let's have a look at the economics as well. He ended up firing 30 shots, but not as many hits as he wanted. Yeah, they've got a few snapshots there, trying to fire around the corner. So 19 hits and 14 pens, but ammunition relatively cheap. So it made a nice profit there, 113k. That was with some additional personal reserves. So without that would have been around 80k or something like that. Just to give you an idea of what you could earn with that sort of performance. All right, so great game there from Tyrannosaurus Rex. We haven't had his replays for a while, so yeah, keep sending them in. And then, in fact, to anyone who would like to show their game off and get it commentated, if you appreciate that, then yeah, please send them to me. You can either put the replay link in the comments. You upload it to What Replays. I know What Replays been having some problems, but it seems to be back now. And or if you're playing on the Asia server and you're on the World of Tanks Asia Discord server, you can find me as Wasabi there. So either way, certainly appreciate that. And any comments on the game, or yeah, any comments on the game style, or the even my commentary, any feedback is, you know, encouraged. So yeah, use the comments field and I'll reply to as many as I can. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. We'll have some great content coming up as well, so we'll see you in the next video. Cheerio.